Hi, I'm Mark Wakeman from Rossendale and Pendle Mountain Rescue Team, and I've nominated Pete Goble for the Public Service Award. When I first met Pete Goble, it was about 5 years ago. He was the paramedic up at Burnley Ambulance Station, and it was when I joined the Mountain Rescue Team, and I got to know how he treated casualties through the Mountain Rescue Team, and then other people have been out on the ambulance with him to get experience. Have expressed how he treats people when he's out on the job. He then moved across to the Hazard Areas Response Team in Manchester for the North West Ambulance Service, and about the same time became team leader of the Mountain Rescue Team. So not only was he treating people all day, every day as a job, he then started doing it in his spare time as a full-time job, more or less. You have to be determined to do that job. I think you have to show a lot of compassion to the people that you're dealing with, not only to the casualty, but their friends and family around at the time. We could be searching for a missing person that the family don't know where they are or what's happened to them, and Pete has managed to bring in the family and treat them with a lot of compassion. I think his motivation comes from probably his past experience, having been involved in the accident and been rescued himself. And it's just the character that he is. He wants to help people, whether you're a team member, a casualty or patient, he'll help you no matter what.
My name's Peter Goble and I've been nominated for the Public Service Person Award. I had a caving accident in the 90s, fell 45 feet down a pothole, injured myself quite badly. It was a 5.5 hour rescue, if I remember rightly. To get me out of there, I had some quite life-threatening injuries, and it was volunteers that came out for me, and that wasn't because the statutory emergency services wouldn't, it's just they don't have the skill set to be able to do that kind of rescue. So Cave Rescue were called. They got me out in a timely fashion, alive, and then I was transferred to Airedale, and that really inspired me to become a volunteer, as well as my, it's kind of a bit of a roll-on, because I became a volunteer in Mountain Rescue. While I was in Mountain Rescue, I got the opportunity to go out on an ambulance, and I thought, I'm having some of this. Worked for North West Ambulance Service for approximately 15 years now. Qualified as a paramedic. I went through the natural progression in the ambulance service, worked on patient transport for a number of years, which I thoroughly enjoyed. Became a technician, and then my natural progression was to become a paramedic. The job itself, I mean, being a paramedic was a great job. I love working with the public, and a lot of the people, when I worked in my area in Nelson and Burnley, and you know a lot of the people. Now I've moved on to the Hazard Areas Response Team. I get to, not only do I get to deal with the public still, but I get to bring in my hobbies as well a little bit. I do a lot of climbing and caving and diving, and a lot of the work that we do is either in water, in confined space, or working at height on ropes and things. So not only do I get to deal with the public, I get to play with equipment as well. Volunteering has become part of my life now. I can't imagine not doing it. I think everybody goes through patches where am I doing, is it taking up too much of my life? But I've never really got there. I still don't think I'm doing enough.